Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, my name is Jake and I am a Filipino nurse here in London. And this channel is all about UK nursing as well as life vlogs and travels as an overseas Filipino worker here in the United Kingdom. As you might have guessed from my outfit, the Christmas tree, and the gifts on this side, this is our Christmas special. In this video, I will be sharing to you my first ever Christmas experience here in the UK back in 2015. I will also be sharing to you generally how people here in the UK celebrate Christmas, as well as how it is when you work during the Christmas season back in the wards. And because Christmas is a season of giving, I will be giving away some prizes to my Philippine subscribers. And these are the things that you can win. There will be 3 winners of 150 pesos load. There will be 2 winners of 300 pesos load, and another 2 winners of 500 pesos load. If you want to know how you can win that, keep watching this video. So here are the mechanics on how you can win those prizes. First of all, you need to make sure that you are subscribed to my YouTube channel. Number 2, like and follow the Jake UKRN Facebook page. After you've done that, message me through that Facebook page your YouTube username, a screenshot of you being subscribed to my YouTube channel with the notification bell fully shaded or on full notification. And you also need to message me the answers to the questions which I will be telling you as we go along in this video. There are a total of 7 questions. Each correct answer will be worth 1 entry, and all of these entries will be gathered and I will draw them live to know who the lucky winner is during my Christmas live stream on December 27, which is a Sunday, 1 p.m. UK time or 9 p.m. back in the Philippines. Also, during that live stream, I will be giving away more prizes. So make sure you mark that on your calendar, and if you're free, please join me and do a live chat with me on my Christmas special live stream. So in this video, I will be wrapping the gifts which I will be giving to my friends as well as to my nurses and healthcare assistants or my staff back in the ward. And as we do that, I'm going to be telling you all about my experience during Christmas here in the UK. So my very first Christmas here in the UK was back in 2015. So I was lucky enough to spend my Christmas and New Year of 2014 with my family back in the Philippines before I had to leave for London on January 9, 2015. So I had a good few months before I had to spend another Christmas by myself away from my family here in London. So on Christmas Eve, we had a very nice Filipino Christmas party. So that was very nice because, I didn't feel lonely. Obviously, it's my first time away from my family outside the country, especially during Christmas. So I had a good celebration with my other Filipino nurses we were a batch of, if I remember correctly, 15 nurses who came to London on January, and we all had that celebration during the Christmas Eve. Now, even back in the Philippines, I've always loved Christmas. I celebrate Christmas all the time. I love to wrap gifts and give gifts. I don't necessarily, because of how my situation was back in the Philippines, I don't necessarily get so many gifts. I only get a gift from like my mom or sometimes my aunt, but other than that, I'm usually the one giving gifts. So Christmas is very special to me. So on my first Christmas in 2015 here in the UK, when I was asked by my manager as to which one I would like to work. So when you're in the UK, you either work during Christmas or New Year, and you get the other one as your day off. So you choose one. So I was so naive at that time, and I was very ignorant of UK practices. I chose to work on New Year's Day and to be on a day off on the actual Christmas Day, December 25. So I remember waking up just after 9 o'clock, and I was so excited and like, because back in the Philippines during Christmas, the first thing that we do is me and my mom, and sometimes with my cousin, we go to church and hear the Christmas mass, and then after that, we would go to the mall to buy some gifts for ourselves or to eat in a nice restaurant. So I was planning to do the same thing here in the UK at that time. So what happened was I woke up just after 9 o'clock, and I got myself dressed and everything. And then when I went out of the hospital accommodation, that's where I was staying back then, I noticed that it was very quiet, and I made my way downhill towards the tube station. But just before I reached the station, I saw McDonald's, and McDonald's was like properly shut. It was closed, and I'm like, why is McDonald's closed? It's Christmas Day. I mean, people should be eating out and all that. And when I walked further and I reached the actual Archways tube station, it was actually closed. And then I just looked around the whole Archway area. Everything was closed. So what I did, so obviously I couldn't go to Oxford Street or any other shopping areas to do that. So I had to go back to my flat, and then I messaged one of the Filipino ward sisters, or the female charge nurses, and I told her, "Sister, why is everything closed? I mean, it's Christmas Day." And then she was actually laughing and saying, "Didn't you know, in the UK, during Christmas, everything is closed. So there's no underground tube station, there's no buses, all the shops are closed. And this is a way for everyone who lives here in the UK to have that day off and actually spend time with the family. So it's quite a family-oriented celebration. So if you had any plans to travel on the day, you really have to make sure that you pre-book your cab. If anybody will take you, I'm pretty sure there's no cab, so make sure you have a private car that will take you. So that's how Christmas is celebrated here. So you are given the full day off so that you can go with your family, whether you stay and celebrate at home. Some British family, they go to some lavish hotel and spend their Christmas Eve there and have a lovely Christmas lunch the next day, and just feel good and feel festive. Unlike in the Philippines, where everyone just goes out on Christmas Day and go to malls and see all these lovely lights, Christmas light displays, and take some photos, buy loads of stuff, or you eat in nice restaurants. So here, no, everything is closed. So that's lesson learned for me for my first Christmas here in the UK. I actually remember posting a photo of that McDonald's and tube station close on Facebook, and I even messaged my mom and say, "Oh, I really didn't know. It's so everything's closed, and it's so boring if you're alone here and on Christmas Day." So when I went back to the flat, I messaged the ward sister. Remember, so I found out that I didn't have food for lunch because I thought that I was gonna be going out. I was gonna be eating out. So I messaged the sister, and then luckily she said that she has an extra food voucher. So if you work during Christmas Day, all the staff in the NHS get a free lunch. You get a 2-course meal. So the main meal can either be a turkey with vegetables or fish or salmon with vegetables. And you also get a dessert, which is either a pudding or a Christmas cake, or depending on the hospital. But yeah, you get a main meal and a dessert. So luckily there was an extra voucher, and because I live within the hospital compound in the hospital accommodation, I was able to get myself a free a free lunch. Otherwise, and I'd be hungry on Christmas Day, which is not very ideal. So when I went back to the flat, there was only one other person who was not working. So all my other batchmates who are nurses were working, and the only one left on the accommodation where I am in was another nurse from OPD, from the outpatient department, who is not a Filipino. She saw that I was heating up my food, and I only had that small pack lunch, and she was baking this lovely blueberry muffin. And when she saw that I had just that small portion, and she was like, "Oh, you're only eating that for Christmas lunch? Okay, have this muffin." And I was so happy. I was like, "Oh, Olfa, thank you so much. This just made my day now. Thank you so much for sharing this with me. Merry Christmas to you." And so yeah, that saved my Christmas lunch from being a sad lunch. So, lesson learned from that first Christmas in the UK. So, everything is closed, no transport. You have to do your shopping beforehand. And if you want to travel during Christmas Day, then you have to make sure you have a private car. So, from that time on, for the next 4 years, I always choose to work during Christmas so that I will not be alone, because I don't have my family yet here in the UK. Okay, for my Philippine subscribers, this is question number 1 for the raffle draw. What is my secret job in the video, The Secret Life of Jake UKRN? And question number 2, in my video, The Day in the Life of a UK Charge Nurse, what time did I go out of the flat in order to come to work? As I said earlier, in the Philippines, I always give gifts during Christmas. I give, my cousins, my aunts, my grandfather, and my grandmother, gifts during Christmas. So when I came here in the UK in 2015, I continued that tradition. So initially, I was still a band 5 at the time. So I just gave cards to all the staff, whether they're nurses or healthcare assistants. And it's been a practice of mine since then. So when I became a charge nurse in 2017, I stepped up a little bit, and instead of just the card, I also attached stuff. Like in 2017, if I remember correctly, I had chocolates with the card, and then on the next year, I had a pen and a card as a Christmas gift, and then the next year after that, I gave a small hand cream for each nurse and healthcare assistant, especially during this time because it's quite cold and you always wash your hands, of course, as you work as a nurse. So your hands will be very dry and they can get cracked. So it's very handy to have that lotion in your pocket, which you can use after you've washed your hands, and you can put on lotion. For me, this practice is very important because from my viewpoint, it lets my staff know that their hard work is recognized and that we thank them for all their hard work this year. I know it's not the most expensive gift in the world, but it's not the value of the gift that counts, but it's rather the thought, and also the recognition, that actually we see that they work very hard and that we appreciate that hard work. Some of my friends even ask me, "Why are you the one giving gifts? You're not the manager. You're just a charge nurse." But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether you're the manager or whether you're just a band 5 nurse. The important thing is that I am able to show that they appreciate all of their hard work, and this also keeps them motivated, and keeps everyone in a good mood, and this just makes everything lighter. So I continue this tradition. So all of these gifts I will be giving to my staff in the next week. So each one will have this. I won't tell you what it is. Okay, Philippine subscribers, this is question number 3. In the video, NHS Cultural Diversity, what language does Faye speak? Question number 4. In the video, what do UK doctors think of Filipino nurses? Which doctor said the line, "We know it's a good day if there are Filipino nurses on shift"? Since 2015, when I arrived here, there has always been a Christmas party, but sadly for this year, Christmas parties are not allowed. We will be skipping this year, but anyway, we've had good memories. Filipino Christmas parties are the most sought after Christmas party here in the UK, not just because of the good company and the laugh and the fun and games, but the most important thing that non-Filipinos like is the amazing and delicious Filipino food that we prepare during the party. For us Filipino workers, this Filipino party is a very good celebration because it keeps us from, being lonely and being homesick during Christmas time, and it gives us a chance to relax, and to be able to talk as well in our own language with other Filipinos. Okay, question number 5 for the raffle drone. In the treetop trek video, which person did the zip line wherein he or she came back and was stuck in the middle of the zip line? Question number 6. What is my room number in my new flat here in London? Now, when you work in the UK during the Christmas season, it can be two things. Number 1, very challenging because of course it is the winter season, and during the winter season, for some reason, the number of patients just shoot up. Even if it is not snowing, no people falling on the street and all that, there are still a lot of elderly patients who have a fall or get confused during this time. Also, there will be a lot of mental health patients because during winter, it gets dark, and it's very conducive, atmosphere for you to feel sad, to feel detached, and sometimes you also want to take your own life. So we've also got loads of those mental health slash suicidal patients. And also because of, all the celebrations, we also get more of patients who are drunk or have had accident because of alcohol related stuff. So that's why the patient numbers increase. So the pressure for the beds and turnover to give way for the new patients is quite high. But also on the other side of the coin, working during the Christmas season can also be very rewarding for us nurses. The reason is because, especially for the elderly patients, most of these patients, they live alone in their own flat without anyone there. If they were back in their flats, most likely they wouldn't even have, prepared anything special for Christmas. But when they are in the hospital, patients are given a lovely Christmas lunch, and they even get a Christmas cracker just like this, which they can pull with the nurses, and they read out the joke that's inside, put on their Christmas cracker hat, and have a good laugh with the nurses or the healthcare staff during Christmas. So it's very nice. You will feel like you've made a difference to their Christmas celebration. You're able to cheer them up, let them have a good time. Because otherwise, if they were not in the hospital, they would just be alone, just, sitting or even lying in bed during Christmas. Unless, of course, their family comes over. Most of them won't have any family. So it's a very good feeling that you get to make them happy for this very special day. Also, during this festive season, we get a lot of gifts from patients and relatives. That was in the last, past 4 years. The most common gift we get is a box of chocolates. It's either milk tray or celebrations where there's a mixture of, all the different brands of chocolates. And we also get the quality street. We also get cookies. You seldom get anything savory. It's most likely to be chocolates, but yeah, everybody loves chocolates. I mean, who doesn't love chocolates? It's a simple thing, but when you receive like a box of chocolates, for everyone while you're working very hard, it just makes you feel good, isn't it? And that's how it is when you work in the ward during Christmas. Okay, question number 7 for the raffle draw. In the video, 10 things to do before you fly to the UK, what is the number 10 thing that you need to do before you fly over? And unfortunately, that's all the time we have for this video. For my Philippine subscribers, make sure you send in your entries through the Jake UKRN Facebook page before 8 p.m. on December 27, and tune in to my live stream at 9 p.m. Philippine time or 1 p.m. UK time, where I will be drawing your names live and giving out the prizes live on air. Also, for that Christmas special on December 27, I will be giving more gifts and prizes, so make sure you watch my live stream. If you still haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel and check out my playlist of nursing in the UK videos, as well as informational videos which are very useful to you if you want to come and work here as a nurse in the UK. Also, don't forget to keep your notification bell on so that you will know when my next informational and very useful video will be released. So, as you can see, I've only managed to wrap 2 gifts, but that's fine. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching this video. I hope you have a lovely Christmas, and I will see you on my Christmas live stream on December 27, 9 p.m. Philippine time, 1 p.m. UK time. Once again, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I hope you have a lovely celebration for Christmas. Merry Christmas, everyone. Bye-bye.